After 60, weak legs are not just because of aging, but because of the breakfast you choose each day. You know, in more than 30 years as a doctor, I've met thousands of patients, and there is one thing I've heard over and over again. Doctor, my legs just don't feel the same anymore. It's harder to stand up. I get out of breath climbing stairs, and sometimes even a short walk makes my legs shake. Maybe you felt that way yourself, haven't you? Waking up in the morning, stepping out of bed, and your legs just don't seem to cooperate. A bit of stiffness, a bit of trembling, and suddenly that quiet worry arises. Am I aging too quickly? People often blame age. They say that after 60, weak muscles and shaky legs are just normal. But I want you to pause and reflect for a moment. Is it really just age, or is there something else we've overlooked? Let me tell you a true story. One of my patients, Mr. James, 68, used to love walking. But within just a few years, he noticed he could no longer finish his usual walk around the park. He thought, I must just be getting old. Yet when we looked closely at his daily habits, I saw something very clear. He often skipped breakfast or just grabbed a quick cup of coffee and a small pastry. It doesn't sound too serious at first, right? But that small habit was quietly draining the strength from his legs day after day, month after month. Imagine this. Your body after a long night is like a field just coming out of winter. Dry soil, plants starved of nutrients. If in the morning we only give it a little water, or worse, nothing at all, how can that field ever flourish again? Our legs are the same. After 60, muscles need more care than ever, and breakfast is the moment we can plant the energy and nutrients that allow them to recover. What's fascinating is that science has proven this clearly. Research shows that what you eat within 30 to 60 minutes after waking can determine how many more years your legs will stay strong. A proper breakfast not only restores the muscle lost overnight, but also improves circulation, prevents cramps, and can even slow muscle aging by up to a decade. It may sound miraculous, but the truth is very simple. You don't need expensive pills or complicated exercises. The secret lies right in your kitchen, in familiar foods you see every day, but never realized had such power. Do you remember the last time you truly sat down and enjoyed a complete breakfast? Not rushed, not just sipping coffee to get by, but a meal that nourishes both your body and soul. Sometimes, just changing that one habit can make your legs stronger and your spirit lighter. I still remember Mr. James's face after just a few weeks of making the small changes I suggested. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like my legs have come back to life. I can walk around the park with my wife again every evening without fearing shortness of breath or stumbling." And in his eyes, I saw the light of faith, the belief that age does not have the right to steal the freedom from each step. I want you to have that same faith. Each morning, as you step into the kitchen, you are truly standing at a crossroads, one path of neglect, where your muscles grow weaker each day, the other of care, where you extend the life of your legs and preserve your independence. In today's video, we will explore 6 breakfast foods, not exotic, not expensive, that can become the silent protectors of your legs after 60. I'll share why they work, how to combine them properly for maximum absorption, and even the common mistakes many people make that you might be making too. So sit down, relax, and join me on this journey. I promise, after watching, you'll see breakfast in a completely new light, not just as a routine, but as a commitment you make to your body every day. And perhaps that will be the very first step that helps you walk strong for many more years. 6 best breakfasts after 60. 1. Whole eggs. Nature's pill for muscles. Do you remember the last time you had a breakfast with eggs? Many people avoid them because of cholesterol fears. But the truth is, after 60, eggs are like a muscle repair kit packed into a tiny shell. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, and most importantly, leucine, the amino acid that acts like a key to trigger muscle recovery. After 60, our bodies become less sensitive to protein signals, meaning that while the young need just a little, we need more to get the same effect. A study at the University of Illinois showed this clearly. Older adults who ate 2 eggs each morning for 8 weeks significantly improved walking speed and lower body strength compared to those who skipped morning protein. Not just numbers, but the difference between standing from a chair, climbing stairs, or walking without trembling. I remember a patient, Linda, 66. She used to think avoiding yolks was the healthy choice. After I advised her to eat the whole egg, within a month, her morning leg stiffness was greatly reduced. That's because the yolk contains vitamin D, B12, choline, and heme iron, nutrients that support not just muscles, but also nerves and circulation. Try a breakfast with 1 to 2 boiled eggs within an hour of waking. Simple, affordable, and more effective than many supplements. 2. Greek yogurt, a breakfast that sustains all morning. Greek yogurt is what I call the loyal friend of muscles. It's not only delicious, but also packs nearly twice the protein of regular yogurt, about 17 grams in a small 170-gram cup. What makes it special is casein, a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles steadily for hours. This is crucial because after a long night, older muscles often slip into breakdown. Eating Greek yogurt is like sending a steady stream of nourishment to keep them strong. A 2022 study in Osteoporosis International found that adults over 60 who had enough calcium and vitamin D, both abundant in Greek yogurt, not only had stronger bones, but also fell less often. And to me, that's priceless, because a single fall at this age can change a life. My patient Robert, 70, had trouble digesting milk. I suggested unsweetened Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of chia seeds and strawberries. Within weeks, not only was his digestion lighter, but his night cramps nearly disappeared. If you're new to it, start with a small cup in the morning, add some berries, a spoon of chia seeds, and a touch of cinnamon. It's not just food, it's a natural, gentle, yet powerful remedy. 3. Oats and chia seeds, stable blood sugar, stronger muscles. Many people after 60 complain, "Why do I feel tired every morning with no energy?" A big reason is unstable blood sugar after breakfast. Oats are the simple answer. Oats contain beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that forms a gel in the stomach, slowing and stabilizing blood sugar rise. This is vital because if blood sugar spikes and crashes, the body can't effectively use protein for muscle repair. A Journal of Gerontology study showed beta-glucan improves insulin sensitivity, reduces inflammation, and aids muscle recovery. Add a spoonful of chia seeds, and you're giving your body magnesium, calcium, potassium, and omega-3, all helping reduce cramps and keep muscles flexible. I recall Susan, 64, who had morning cramps. When I suggested swapping white bread for oatmeal with chia seeds, in just 3 weeks, she said, "Doctor, every morning I feel lighter, no more stiffness." Choose rolled or steel-cut oats, avoiding sugary instant ones. Add a few blueberries or strawberries, and you'll have a breakfast that's tasty, healthy, and muscle-nourishing every day. 4. Steamed sweet potatoes with mineral salt. Steady energy, solid balance. Many are surprised when I recommend sweet potatoes for breakfast, but they are one of the best foods for keeping your legs steady and full of vitality. Sweet potatoes contain complex carbs that release energy slowly, keeping blood sugar stable and preventing post-meal fatigue. They're also rich in potassium, magnesium, and vitamin C, nutrients that aid muscle contraction, circulation, and reduce inflammation. What's special is combining sweet potatoes with natural mineral salts like Celtic or Himalayan. These salts contain over 80 trace minerals, magnesium, zinc, calcium, that balance electrolytes, ease stiffness, and support nerve signaling.
A 2022 French Institute of Mineral Nutrition study found that adults over 60 who ate fiber, potassium, and magnesium-rich breakfasts had 41% better balance and 50% lower fall risk after just 3 months. My patient Martha, 71, was terrified of falling at the market. I suggested steamed sweet potatoes with a sprinkle of mineral salt each morning. Amazingly, within a month, she could walk confidently without her daughter's support. One small sweet potato, a pinch of mineral salt, sometimes that alone can transform your confidence for the whole day. 5. Quinoa is the super grain for the body after 60. Many are unfamiliar with quinoa, but it is a superfood strongly recommended by scientists, especially for older adults. Unlike white rice, quinoa contains complete protein with all essential amino acids and has a low glycemic index, perfect for diabetics. It's also rich in iron, magnesium, and zinc, which nourish nerves, reduce fatigue, and boost endurance. A World Health Organization study emphasized that quinoa is one of the rare grains that can fully replace animal protein while maintaining quality. For people over 60, it's truly a golden choice. My patient David, 67, loved white rice but had diabetes. I suggested quinoa porridge with walnuts and berries for breakfast. After 6 weeks, his blood sugar stabilized, and he told me, "I feel my legs are stronger when walking, no longer heavy like before." Quinoa can be cooked as porridge, paired with nuts or fruits. Tasty, nourishing, and simple. It's a solid step for your body's and legs' health.
6. Salmon, omega-3, and vitamin D for strong bones and muscles. Salmon is often seen as a luxury food, but even a small portion brings big benefits for those over 60. Salmon is rich in high-quality protein, and especially omega-3, which reduces inflammation and protects nerves and joints. It also provides vitamin D, a nutrient over 70% of U.S. seniors lack, according to the CDC. Vitamin D deficiency weakens bones and directly affects muscle strength and balance. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who supplemented omega-3 maintained muscle and walking speed significantly better than those who did not. My patient Helen, 69, often had aching knees. After I advised her to add a portion of lightly steamed salmon to breakfast 2 to 3 times a week, within months she felt her joints were more flexible, less painful, and easier to move. You can steam or lightly grill salmon, pair it with greens or sweet potatoes. It's not just a delicious breakfast, it's a gift for strong, flexible legs for years to come.
Conclusion. My dear friend, we've just gone through 6 seemingly simple breakfast foods, yet each carries a quiet power to keep your legs strong after 60. You might be sitting there thinking, just a couple of eggs, a cup of yogurt, or a sweet potato. Can that really change my life? I want you to pause for a moment and imagine, if every morning you nourish your body with the right choices, what will you be like in 5 years? Will you walk around the park with your grandchild without a cane? Will you climb stairs without gasping for breath? Or will you simply get out of bed each morning with steady legs, no more trembling, no more fear? Throughout my career as a doctor, I've witnessed many stories that touched me deeply. I've seen patients who lost faith in their health, who thought old age was the end, gradually recover thanks to small but consistent changes. And I've also seen those who ignored advice, continued to neglect breakfast, and within just a few years, their legs could no longer carry them anywhere. You see, the difference isn't in age, it's an action. No one can stop time, but we can absolutely decide how we walk through it. Let me return to James's story, the man I mentioned at the beginning. When I first met him, he believed weak legs were just natural and nothing could be done about it. But when he changed, adding eggs instead of skipping breakfast, oats, and a little salmon, within months, he was back to strolling in the park with his wife. He said, "I thought I had lost that forever, but it turns out I just needed to start again with breakfast."
And you can too. Every morning, when you hold your choice in your hand, whether it's just a rushed cup of coffee or a nourishing breakfast, you are truly choosing your future. On one side is fatigue, dependence, and a gradual loss of freedom. On the other is strength, confidence, and steady steps for many more years. I'm not saying that eating right will mean you'll never face challenges. Life will still bring trials, and your body will still have limits. But with wise choices, you'll enter your later years with a different spirit, lighter, more proactive, and freer. So I invite you to begin tomorrow morning. Choose one of the 6 foods we've shared today, maybe an egg, a cup of Greek yogurt, or a steamed sweet potato. Small, yes, but practice it regularly and consistently. And you'll see, the change won't come overnight, but it will show itself in weeks and months, and how you rise, how you walk, and how you savor each moment of life. If you found these insights helpful, I warmly invite you to hit like to support, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next health secrets. I'd also love to hear from you. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Have you ever tried changing that habit to improve your health? Leave a comment below, because I believe your story could inspire many others. Remember, health is not a gift from above, but the result of small choices we repeat every day. And breakfast is that first choice, the commitment you make to your legs, your heart, and your life itself. Tomorrow morning, when you step out of bed, ask yourself, where do I want these legs to take me in the next 5 years? The answer begins with the plate of breakfast in front of you today.